Bueno, estamos acá con Tony Blauer en Buenos Aires, que bueno, vino a visitarnos, realmente un honor para nosotros. So, well, hello coach, it's really amazing to have you here. Tell us what brings you to Argentina.
One of the new programs that my company developed is a self-defense program for CrossFit, and it's a special program designed just for CrossFit boxes for the gyms that teach CrossFit. It's just for their members. It's not to replace a martial art. It doesn't take the place of Krav Maga or Jiu-Jitsu, or it's just a straight street self-defense program, but it's designed for CrossFit. And so I got asked by CrossFit Rex to come down and teach. I remembered that one of my PDR coaches was here. Okay, so I contacted you. I said, hey, how far are you from Buenos Aires? And here we are.
Okay, great. Tell us what's different about your system comparing with other self-defense systems.
I think the big thing with the spear system research is, number one, we only look at real behavior, and we look at true physiology and psychology. What really happens to people, whether they're law enforcement, military, citizens, the general public. We really look at what happens to them in a situation. So we use a lot of surveillance video, eyewitness report. I mean, I've been teaching for 36 years. So we teach all the way to like Department of Defense, all the way down. The feedback we've gotten over the last 30 years is consistent from everybody. And so,
so why every person really concerned about self-defense should know your system?
Well, it's a foundation. Like we tell people, all fights, all confrontations are dangerous. But the really dangerous fight is the ambush, right? So, an ATM, a mugging, a carjacking, a home invasion. I think in the martial arts world, in the self-defense world, a lot of people need to kind of reframe their idea of what a fight is and what self-defense is. I think when most people think of self-defense, they think of two people fighting. When I think of self-defense, I think of a mother or a father. I think of a police officer. I think of a kid getting attacked. And the requirements to defend yourself are different. You need to have a different type of awareness. You need to understand startle, flinch, and physiology. You need to understand how your reactive brain bypasses your cognitive brain and makes your body do things that you didn't think it would do. You need to have fear management. You need to understand the totality of a scenario. And unfortunately, still to this day and age, a lot of people who teach self-defense don't address it at that level. They teach it more of a technique.
Right. Well, maybe there are thousands of Argentinian people and people from all over South America that is watching this interview. What final message would you like to tell?
Just to truly reevaluate why you train. If you're training for sport, if you're training for cultural, if you're training for community, that's all great. If you're training for true self-defense, you need to look at what bad guys do and where those fights happen. And then you need to find people who teach self-defense from a behavioral perspective, who understand, number one, what is fear, what is stress, what is doubt, what is hesitation, how does your body naturally move, how do I overcome fear, what are realistic scenarios. You can learn and acquire fundamental self-defense skills very, very quickly. And what I would do is I said, no matter, probably most of the people watching this, I don't know where this is going to appear, if it's on your website or whatever. Most of the people watching that are probably martial artists. And so they're going to look at it and go, well, I disagree, or that's wrong, or we're all humans. And there's only one opponent, and he's not in our weight class, and he's not in an octagon, and he's not in a boxing ring. The opponent is some psycho in the street. And we need to stop, as martial artists, looking at Krav Maga versus Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo versus Thai boxing. It's human being versus predator, and that's what I would, you know, my effort for the last 36 years to try and make the world a little bit safer, that's always been my message, you know. I'm not the bad guy, you're not the bad guy, we're just trying to do the best we can to make our community safer.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you
very much.